Check out FlipsideGaming.com for all your gaming needs. Use the promo code HEROES to save 10% on all orders over $10. Hey there, this is John from Heroes and Legends, and welcome to this special edition of the Magic the Gathering Market Watch. It is that time of the week again to count down the 10 hottest cards of the week. And this week, Commander is the key driver yet again. So we've seen a lot of Pioneer cards in these top 10s recently, but this week, mostly Commander. Not all, but mostly. A lot of players are building some new Commander decks around Streets of New Capenna cards. There's players trying to upgrade the new Commander decks as well. And there's a whole lot more going on to talk about. Quickly before we get into it though, just a fast reminder, if you go to FlipsideGaming.com, you can use the Heroes promo code to save 10% on orders over $10. Currently, you can pick up Streets of New Capenna products there. They also have a whole lot of other things on their website. Remember, if your order's over $100 or consists only of singles, shipping will be free in the United States. Also, whenever you use the Heroes promo code, it does support the channel, which is always appreciated. So thank you, and without any further ado, let's get into it. Number 10 this week is Attunement. It goes up $258 this week to $979. That is a 36% increase. This happens to be a good time to let you know how we compile our top 10 every week. We look at two major pieces of criteria. The first is a percentage increase in the value of the cards. And secondly, we want to see a true increase in sales out there. So if you're expecting a card to make the top 10 and it does not, then it fell short in one or both of those categories this week. With that out of the way, let's talk more about Attunement. So this is an older card that's yet to be reprinted. It's a little dry online this week. Now, it has seen some more Commander play recently. Not necessarily alongside any new Capenna cards, but we have seen this in some Tamishi Reality Architect builds. Also, it's good in some enchantment-heavy Commander builds that run enchantresses, like Tuvasa the Sunlit decks, for example. Obviously, Kamigawa Neon Dynasty has made those kind of builds more popular due to the enchantment focus in the set. Number 9, Ebon Blade Reaper, up $379 this week to $499. That is a 316% increase. Okay, this is another older card yet to be reprinted, and it is seeing increased Commander play now because of Streets of New Capenna. It can be a good upgrade to the Riveteer's Rampage Commander deck if you're using the Beamtown Bullies as the Commander, or of course some players are just putting the Reaper in fresh builds around the Bullies. Additionally, there is a Commander Legends Battle for Baldur's Gate leak that could be pushing the Reaper a little bit. And because it is a leak, I'm not going to put the card on the screen or go into too much detail about it. I know a lot of players do want to wait until the cards are officially previewed before they hear those spoilers, and I want to respect that. But I will give you a little vague information if you want to look the card up yourself. If you don't want to hear any more, go ahead and skip to the next card now. The card is called John Arenicus Shattered One. It is a Dimir Legendary Elf Wizard that also lets you give away your creatures to opponents. Number 8 is Tempting Worm, up $402 this week to $11.99. That is a 50% increase. Another card from Onslaught that's yet to be reprinted, and another card that is seeing more Commander playing now as either an upgrade to Riveteer's Rampage or as part of fresh builds around the Beamtown Bullies. This was in a deck around the Bullies, as a matter of fact, in the Game Nights episode of the Command Zone podcast this week. That could have brought some attention back to it. Number 7, Plea for Power. This goes up $458 this week to $762. That is a 150% increase. This is seeing more Commander play now thanks to Streets of New Capenna. It is a good upgrade to the Obscura Operation Commander deck if you are running Tivit Seller of Secrets as your Commander. Or again, some players will just put Plea for Power in fresh builds around Tivit. To a lesser degree, I'm also seeing this in Quasar Augur of Agony's Commander builds. Number 6 is Crime and Punishment, up $661 this week to $24.44. That is a 37% increase. And this one is moving not because of Commander, but because of Modern. It is a solid sideboard card there. It is in the popular Yawgmoth builds, and you also see this in the Calibrated Blast sideboards too. It handles tokens created by Urza Saga, and it also has enough versatility to be useful in other situations. Number 5, Boldwyr Heavyweights. This is up $676 this week to $798. That is a 556% increase if you're doing the math at home. And this is a Morningtide rare that's yet to be reprinted. If you watch the channel often enough, you already know this. But during that time period in Magic, there was a recession in the game and less packs were cracked. So rares from that time, if they have not been reprinted somewhere else and people start paying attention to them, they tend to get a little spiky, and that's what you're seeing here. So why are people paying attention to this? Well, it is another card seeing more Commander play now as an upgrade to Riveteer's Rampage, or it's in fresh builds many times around the Beamtown Bullies. As a matter of fact, this too was in that Bullies deck on Game Nights this week. Number 4, Dika Fractal Theorist. This is up 852 this week to $13.97. That is a 156% increase. This recently saw more Commander play in Hinata Dawn Crown builds, but now it's getting a further push because of Streets of New Capenna. Some are picking this up as an upgrade to the Maestro's Massacre Commander deck. Recently, the Command Zone podcast did mention this as a budget upgrade option there. Others are just adding it to fresh builds around a card from there, and Hello the Painter. Number 3, Jungle Patrol, up $16.97 this week to $24.97. That is a 205% increase. And this one feels like a reserve list buyout. Most likely, this was a speculative buyout based on new cards like Jinny Fey Jetmir II or Jetmir Nexus of Revels, but I haven't seen Jungle Patrol show up in any Commander deck list running new cards. Number 2 is Korvold, Fey Curse King, the Throne of Eldraine foil copy. That's the one that came in the Savage Hunger Brawl deck. It's up $15.56 this week to $32.72. That is a 91% increase. The one from the list is up $18.58 to $37.42. That is a 99% increase. Funny story about this one, the list copy was in Kaldheim, then it returned in Adventures in the Forgotten Realms and stayed through Kamigawa Neon Dynasty. It is now gone for New Capenna. And finally, the Throne of Eldraine non-foil copy, that's the one you might find in collector boosters. That is up $20.28 to $39.94 for a 103% increase. First off, this is in Pioneer Jund Sacrifice, but that's not really what's moving the card like this right now. Again, it falls back to Commander and the push this card is getting because of Streets of New Capenna. This has always been a popular Commander. You see it in the 99 of some builds too, but a lot of New Capenna cards are ensuring that the Korvold builds are going to continue to see a lot of play going forward. There's a lot of cards in the set that just make treasure tokens. There's Blitz creatures you sacrifice if you pay the Blitz cost. There's also the Casualty mechanic that lets you sacrifice a creature to copy a spell. Plus you'll see individual cards that are just good with this. Things like Riveteer's Ascendancy, for example. The list really goes on, and not only are there a number of cards making the Korvold builds better, but you're also seeing Korvold Fey Curse King show up in some builds around new commanders too. Things like Agnes the Dragon's Lash, Zeatora the Incinerator, Vazi Keen Negotiator, that's one of the set booster rares, and I have seen some picking this up as an upgrade to Riveteer's Rampage, or in other cases just putting it in fresh builds around a card from there, Henzi Toolbox Tori. And number 1 is Psychic Allergy. This goes up $32.30 to $43.99 this week. That is a 276% increase. Now, this card doesn't really see any play to speak of. Yet again, though, it is another lower-costed reserve list card that has been bought out. That has been a trend, and we did see this a few moments ago with Jungle Patrol as well. Alright, with that being said, that's going to do it for the top 10 hot cards of the week. Remember to join us this weekend for our regular episode of the Magic the Gathering Market Watch, where we deep dive into everything that's happening in the secondary market. Until then, though, hey, stay safe out there. Thanks for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe, and have a great day. Hey, thanks for watching. This video is made possible through the generous support of viewers like you on Patreon. Check out the description below for links to our Patreon page, as well as our Amazon affiliate store, where a small percentage of all sales will also help support the channel. Finally, if you haven't had a chance yet to subscribe, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of the new videos on Heroes and Legends. Talk to you again soon, and have a great day.